Welcome back to Music Theory Logic. Andrew here, and today is another making it from scratch, sort of. I have recorded 3 different channels, or I guess 4, of guitar. We're going to use that to first edit the audio, then chart that to MIDI, then make an instrumental. Let's do this. Here we go. So here we are in the Logic session. I will play the first track of audio. This I recorded and put out a short doing this. Cool. So nothing too fancy. Then I got some chords in there. And I guess while it's fresh, let's chart those chords in so that we have them. So the first chord is in E minor. So that has E, G, and B in it. E, G, B. My next one is a D sus2 chord, so we could do an A, leave the E on top. The next chord I had was a G major. So G, B, D are the notes. I go to a C major chord. So C, E, G are those notes. And I thought it would be kind of cool to do a suspended harmony here, so we could go up to a D. Rhythmically, perhaps syncopated would sound better. All right, I just wanted to have that for later. Let's go ahead and edit the sound. So first of all, let's use an EQ. Take out some of the lows. We can clean up the middle a little bit. Let's then go into an amp. Let's go with some sort of clean preset. Let's compress that whole signal. Let's add some reverb bussing. So I'm going to use some of my presets. Whatever DAW you're using, definitely take advantage of making presets so that you can fly through making different sounds, making stuff pretty efficient. So I'm going to use this lexicon. Really lush, beautiful reverb. Small room sound. Now let's put that through a delay. So this I'm going to use third party, so Waves H delay. It's my favorite, super simple. So I'm going to use a ping pong delay. Let's do like dotted quarter notes. Cool. Let's save that. All right, let's work on this other guitar. Now, one plugin suite. So before I do this, I'm going to roll off the low end. This you're going to want to do pretty much to most guitars somewhere in the ballpark of 100. That's going to leave room for the subs. Then we're going to send this into Native Instruments guitar rig. Let's see. Here it is. Turn it into a stereo signal. All right, components. Let's go into an amp. Let's see here. Like this jazz amp just for a clean tone. Reverse sound on that delay is pretty fun. Cool, let's add a little bit of ensemble. Maybe put the delay after the ensemble. Here with the chords. Not sure about that. Cool. So let's actually take that, and hopefully my computer can handle this. Let's send this through our filter. Cool. So the next guitar layer I have is this Arpeggio. Let's hear it on its own. So once again, I'm going to process it pretty similar. I'm going to roll off the lows. We're going to clear out some of the mids. Now, one thing I haven't done is panned at all. Let's kind of put our chords a little left, our main lead right. All right, and then let's see here. Let's use a chorus. Let's send it into an amp. Sold on how we're going to use the arpeggio. Let's bring the drums in after that 16, and then let's get to programming some synthetic textures for this. Let's hear it with the drums. Here we go. Pretty simple drums I have going on here. I'm using one kick, one shot sample. It's going on the 1 and then the second eighth note, every other measure. Got a halftime backbeat. We are at 110 beats per minute. That makes that pretty slow. I've got eighth notes on the hi-hats, and then every other hi-hat, every other eighth note is back in time slightly. That is referred to in music as swing, and swing goes a long way, especially like this. It's pretty subtle. Gives it a lot more of like a groove, a human feel to it, and it's going to help us with the bass for sure. So let's get some synthetic instruments in here. So first, I have Analog Lab by Arturia. If you've seen these making it from scratches before, or the first 13, I've used this quite a bit. It's got a really cool searching parameter here, or searching mechanism. So let's hit like a pad. We can go for styles, ambient perhaps. Here are options. Trippy. Now with this one, I feel like we should make it feel really thin. Quite so much. Cool. And finally, let's build a sound on Serum. So I'm going to mute it for a second because it's going to be really, really abrasive sounding. So I'm going to get rid of everything except the root note. I built a lot of similar sounds to this. We're going to make it a little bit more interesting today. So first, let's go to an analog BD sine. We'll hear that. That's just going to be like a... Let's go down an octave. All right, let's take LFO1 to the level. Have the sub oscillator. First one. We can apply some compression to this. Put on some distortion, automate that with the LFO1 too. All right, cool. Now here's where we're gonna get kind of fun with it. Let's use LFO3 to control the speed of LFO1. Now, subtle. Let's add some more magic in here. So I did have a lead that I recorded on the guitar. Let's hear that with the drums, and then let's play around, or let's hear it on its own. Play around with it. Tone like that. Let's add another EQ in to basically filter that. It's like a low pass filter. Let's put this down here on our duplicate. Let's take advantage of Logic's Arpeggiator. So it's going to take the MIDI that we have and then put it through an algorithm basically that's going to apply different notes to it. All sorts of stuff is possible here. So let's go to a different sound. Let's see what it's got for strings. Ambient strings. Cool. So let's experiment with kind of like an idea I had going into this. First of all, let's shorten the intro. So let's kind of chop out this middle section, move everything so it starts earlier. All right, then I'm thinking we go to a double time relative to those drums. perhaps this is where we bring the lead in. Keep the chords going. All right, so essentially I have almost the same thing added in. I have some extra kick drums, but the main difference that's happening is our backbeat goes from being a halftime backbeat to a standard backbeat. So the kick, instead of being on beat 3, is on beat 2 and 4. That's going to make it feel like it has a lot more energy, and it will work. Let's hear what it sounds like. So now arrangement, I feel like I liked that. What I did there was Logic, if you hit Command and hit the ruler, the loop section, it makes a checkered mark, and that is going to skip that section. So it'll play and skip to the end of it. So you can use that along with looping, just dragging on the ruler to kind of mimic an arrangement. An arrangement in music is just the order of parts. So let me make a little bit of room here. I'm going to take this stuff, move it here. I guess I should have put it earlier up. And then I kind of feel like, since we're using the chords there, what if we experiment with that arpeggio coming in here? Then we can kind of structure it out. All right, cool. So not the most evolved beat, but we did covering a lot of different things, from editing a recorded audio like guitar, filtering, effects, amp simulation, all those things, programming the drums, coming up with MIDI. So with whatever instrument that you're playing or sample, you can figure it out with your ears, or if you know the chords you're playing, you can then figure out what the notes are and chart it in. It's basically what I did to link the computer with the audio and allowing me to use those cool ARTURIA instruments. built a bass from scratch. It's pretty cool, giving it a different rhythmic sound. Let's hear that with the drums. What does it sound like if we have the bass over the hook? So let's hear what we made from the beginning. Here it is. So it basically just repeats, and this really needs some more development if we're keeping it electronic or the hybrid texture. So some more melodies, some more development. But the way I have it structured right now would work really well for a singer to write to. One of my favorite styles of producing music is to create something that feels like a loop that has kind of like an interesting vibe, and then run it by a vocalist, get them to sort of freestyle on top of it, and then take that freestyle and bring the song to life through whatever they did. I think it'll be a cool moment to get rid of the cymbals when we go back into the verse, like this. Cool. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Once again, this is Music Theory Logic. My name is Andrew. I make music for a bunch of artists and under my own artist alias, D.R.U. I have a release coming out July 28th, so stay posted on that. If you found this helpful or interesting at all, you would help me out a ton by subscribing to the channel. If you do, you will see me making videos about music making, lifestyle tips for people that make music or want to make music for a living, some reflections on my own mistakes and things I'm proud of doing, shorts of me practicing guitar, and you name it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you have your music, leave that in the comments. We'd all love to check it out. Thank you for hanging out. Go have some fun. Go make some music, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.